Namaste, beautiful souls. Welcome back to Saikiana. I'm Ritu Lalit, your Vedic astrologer, energy healer. Today, I am telling you about the transits in July, what we can expect, how the energies are working. In the beginning of the year, I had spoken about mid year being the most intense time. July 2025 is a karmic crossroad. What with Saturn retrograde, Mercury retrograde, Mars is going through a Gandanta zone, and there is a deeply healing for sheer new moon. This is not the month to rush. This is a month to reflect, reset, receive divine guidance. So let's open ourselves to the energies of this world and receive the guidance and dive into what this means for us, how this month is going to play out for us. First, let me give you some of my intuitive insights. Like I said, July 2025 is a very intense month. I sense that the geographical pressure which was hovering around the Pacific ring of fire and around some parts of USA has spread. There are some intense geographical events that are going to happen in Australia, particularly near Sydney. Be warned, people. Another thing, July 2025 appears to be a very high risk period for USA. Actually, for Donald Trump, particularly. His safety, health issues, which I think are heart related, and public unrest, of course. This is all determined by the Mars Ketu and the Saturn transit. He should prioritize his health checkups, avoid risky public engagements, and beef up his security. Also, I feel that internet is going to get glitchy. There will be internet and power outages, there will be data leaks, there will be hacking. We've seen some of it in earlier, but now these will intensify. And by mid month, we may face unprecedented supply chain disruptions. To put it in simple language, supply of food, medicine, etc., can be compromised, so people stock up. Now, let me talk about the transits. July 25, the sky is very busy. There is Mars and Ketu igniting Leo, Saturn retrograding in Pisces, Mercury retrograding in Leo. A lot of things are happening in Leo. Expect a mix of fiery action, spiritual awakening, and communication challenges. First, let's talk about the geopolitical tensions and the Angarak Yoga. The Angarak Yoga in July 2025 is formed by Mars and Ketu in Leo. This started on June 7 and will end in July 28th. The intensity of this is June 30th to July 22nd, when the Angarak Yoga will really be fiery. And how does this translate in our lives? Globally, expect heightened conflicts, unrest, sudden events. July 3rd is a critical date. For individuals, particularly those with Leo or Mars Ketu placements, caution is needed because Angarak Yoga is accident prone. There are sudden health issues or disputes. So, how do we deal with this energy? At a personal level, there is increased passion, courage, or impulsiveness in relationships and leadership roles. There is risk of conflicts, accidents, and ego driven disputes. So keep a cool head. Don't be reactive, because being reactive can really lead to aggression from the other side. At a global level, I see global tensions in increasing, the protests, natural events, fires, earthquakes, especially in regions which are dominated by Leo's fiery energy. The zodiac signs affected are Leo, Aries, Scorpio, and Sagittarius. They may feel the Angarak Yoga most intensely, particularly in career and personal ambitions. Then there is the Shani Neech Bhang Yoga. Saturn goes retrograde in Pisces on July 13th. Pisces is not Saturn's debilation sign, that is Aries. But retrograde in Pisces can create a niche bung like effect, where challenges lead to spiritual or karmic growth. See, this yoga encourages introspection, discipline in spiritual and emotional matters. On a personal level, there will be glitchy progress. In career, you will find it difficult to move forward. And in relationships, you might have communication breakdown. But there are opportunities for inner healing, long term planning. And on the global level, there is a collective focus on humanitarian issues, rescues, water related crises, economic restructuring. The zodiac signs affected by the Neech Bhang Yoga are Pisces, of course, Virgo, Capricorn. Perform Chayadan, that is, offering sesame seeds or sesame oil to Saturn's shadow. Practice patience. And like I always say to everybody, meditate. It is free and it is the most effective way to be balanced in your outlook of life. Now, you have a Venus Mercury Parivartan Yoga. This happens in late July, that is around July 26th. Mercury is retrograde in Leo at this time. And when Venus enters Gemini, that is on July 26th. And this is a subtle exchange, a parivartan of energy between the glibness of Mercury and the charm of Venus. So, this is intellectual connection, creativity, social and romantic interaction. But be very careful because Mercury is retrograde right then. So, you might be just having a flirty kind of conversation, but the other person might misunderstand you. It is a good time to do some creative writing, networking. And the signs that are affected by this Parivartan Yoga are Gemini, Virgo, and Libra. They will have enhanced social and romantic opportunities, but be careful. Keep your intentions clear. Keep your conversations brief and to the point, and avoid impulsive and grand romantic decisions. Shani is in Meen. Saturn is in Pisces from July 13th onwards. Saturn is retrograde, that pushes us into emotional responsibility. It is a time to face unresolved karma, especially around boundaries, spiritual discipline, and ancestral healing. A tip for everyone who is going through any kind of Saturn retrograde transit: notice repeating emotional patterns. What patterns repeat are actually closely related to your soul contract. It's almost like your soul's to-do list. Globally, there will be marine issues, climate debates, floods, everything, everything related to water around this time. If you can, focus your energy on humanitarian efforts and uh, helping people around you deal with crisis. Because of Saturn retrograde, the progress will be slow, but I do not expect major disruption if we all have our heart in the right place and we hold the light within us. Another thing that I expect by mid July is tech malfunctions, glitchy screens, upset travel itineraries, and also communication being interfered with. Yes, all the classic Mercury retrograde things, because Mercury retrograde is starting from July 18th. And this time, global communications will be disrupted. Trade and technology will face major crises. Expect delays in shipping, cyber attack, misinformation. Check and double check your plans and stay patient. Another transit is Venus in Gemini. This happens by the end of July, that is July 26th onwards. Venus in Gemini brings a wave of creativity, of connection, youth activism, cultural events, diplomatic collaboration. It's our time to celebrate diversity. It's our time to shine and stand up as just humanity, not as this nation, that nation, this color of skin, or that. By mid July, we have another transit which is very heartwarming. That is Sun in Cancer. Sun in Cancer is all about emotional security, all about home, about nurturing, about having warm and comfortable time within our domestic lives. Globally, it is also the time when nations prioritize healthcare, food security, and domestic policies. This is going to foster unity and compassion in turbulent times. It's a very heartwarming time, and we are going through a lot of warlike and global unrest like situations. We can take some time out to honor what is really truly important to us, that is our personal family unit and our home. So, this is my basic overview of the transits in July 2025 and how is it going to affect each zodiac. Mind you, I always talk about moon signs and ascendants because I am a Vedic astrologer. For the fire signs, that is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, this is a month of high energy and ambition due to Mars, Ketu, and Leo, but avoid impulsiveness. For water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, the focus is on emotions, on spirituality, amplified by the Sun in Cancer and Saturn in Pisces. Air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, this is intellectual for you. Though Mercury retrograde may cause some missteps, but basically, this period is all about this. It's about social and intellectual give and take for you. And for earth signs,